Hey y'all. So this is like my 12th time creating this video because I'm not quite sure what's going on with my iPad. So I feel like I'm just like saying the same stuff over and over again, but you haven't even heard it yet. So yay, here we go. I finished this lesson, or this matching worksheet in your worksheets Thursday night before I left class. And then I just didn't have a chance to get the answer key recorded while I was at home last week. So I am greeting you from a whole new state, which is a ton of fun. We're having a blast up here. And as I'm recording you, I have just the most amazing view. So I'll share that with you a minute. Isn't it so pretty? So peaceful. So enjoyable. We're having a great time. Oh, there's the fishing poles. Yeah, we're having a great time. Anyway, that brings me to class. I have heard from a couple of you that the test was very difficult. And I know that the test was very difficult. Chapter 3 and 4 was probably the hardest test we'll have to take. We have a breath of fresh air coming into Chapter 5 and Chapter 6. It's all on statistics. If you can make it through the first lesson, Lesson A, the one you just completed, it has so much vocabulary in it. But as long as you understand that vocabulary, the rest of the lessons should just come with time. Chapter 6, again, just extends the statistics with some mean, median, mode, and range, and some other ways to figure out statistics. But I think we'll be okay on that. Which brings me to my next point. I totally forgot to tell you at the beginning of my videos that if you have any questions or any question you have, please be writing it down. When I get to class on Tuesday, we will be going over your questions first of all for the first half of class, or however long it takes us to get through those questions. So please make sure that you're asking questions that you need to, because this stuff is very important to build upon our understanding for the next chapters. So please be taking notes on your questions. I will also, this is the answer key, I will email this out after class tonight. Hopefully, if I remember, I'll try and set an alarm to email you right about 8 o'clock with this answer key in case you don't get the answers done in class. In case I go too fast. I'm not quite sure exactly how fast to go without watching you guys write things down, so sorry if I'm going a little quick. Anyway, let's get started with this answer key. So, bias. That would be K. If a study tends to favor certain results, it is said to have bias. And one thing I did learn throughout the videos is that the red really didn't stand out. So, let's see if the blue, a little better. So, that is said to have bias. Observational study. When researchers observe or measure characteristics of the sample measures but do not try and alter the characteristics seen, it is an observational study. So that is C. An experiment is H. When participants do not know whether or not they are part of the treatment group or the control group, but the experimenters do. Now, this could have been slightly confusing because technically the experimenters may or may not know who the control or the treatment group is, depending on if it's a blind or a double-blind study. So if that confused you, I do apologize. The treatment group would be R. In an experiment, the group of people who are receiving the treatment being tested. So R is treatment group. Whoa, not Z. Not lots of Z's. R. Sorry about that. Control group, that would be J. In an experiment, the group of people who do not receive the treatment being tested. So that's the control group, J. Placebo effect is D. When participants improve because they believe that they are receiving helpful treatment. effect. That's the placebo effect. Remember, we talked a little bit about the difference between the placebo effect and the placebo itself. So placebo effect makes them think that they're better because of it, but really they just took the placebo. So single blind is, I have that down as H2. Oh, I bet it's N. Ha! Can't even read my own handwriting. N, researchers apply a treatment to some of the sample members and then observe the effects of the treatment. Yep, so that's a single blind. And they observe it because they know which group is the treatment and which one's the control. So that's a single blind. Double blind is O, if neither the participants nor the experimenters know who is in the treatment group and who is in the control group. So that is O. O. I'm in Minnesota and they all talk like there's a boat and they're out and about in the boat, and their accents are just hysterical. They crack me up. I love them. Ha! Minnesota's great. All right, back to math class. Sorry. All right, statistics is B, collecting, organizing, and interpreting data. And I would say that the big thing on that one is the interpreting data. To remember that. That is B. Population is P, the complete set of people or things being studied. P. Population parameters is F, which is specific numbers describing the characteristics of the population. So that's F. Sample statistics would be L, consolidating raw data into a set of numbers that characterize the sample. That would be L. A representative sample would be S. A sample in which relevant characteristics of the sample members are generally the same as those of the population. So a representative sample is S. Simple random sample, or simple random sampling, is A sample of items in which every sample has the same size and equal chance of being selected. Simple random sample is A. Oops. Systematic sampling is Q, using a simple system to select the sample. Q. Stratified sampling